Okay, so I'm trying to lay out the, the batteries here so that they will fit the space that I have. And if you remember from the other video, or maybe it's the same video, I'm not sure, depends what way I edit this. This is the template, which more or less is the shape of the size of the space that I have available. If that makes any sense. I'm sure it doesn't make any sense at all. And this is what I've come up with so far. As you can see, I've put that down on this and traced around it. Excuse me a second. Traced around it, and it seems to be, I can get 14S by 7P into that space, no problem whatsoever. What I've done is I've marked everything out here. So this is about a series of 7. There's one series of 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 batteries, 14 sets of 7 batteries. And that seems to be working nicely, but of course, being an idiot, I'm thinking now about going for 8 batteries in series. These particular batteries are, I hesitate to say Panasonic. They are labelled as Panasonic. They're labelled Panasonic. 18650V. That's what's on the label. But as you can see, it also says on it LiitoKala. As we all know, LiitoKala is a Chinese manufacturer of, or distributor or whatever, of battery chargers. And on Aliexpress, there are 3 or 4 different sellers calling themselves LiitoKala. And they're all selling something similar, which, if you look very closely, is probably fake. But I don't care. But they probably are fake, but I'm not that worried because they are actually good batteries. Well, they have a lot of potential in them, for want of a better way of putting it. They have lots of charge in them. These batteries, when I tested them with a discharge test, they showed something like 3,500 milliamp hours on my battery tester. So they appear to be very good batteries, although they do have a very high internal resistance. Internal resistance is something like 125 milliohms. Is that right? Something like that. So yeah, when we put those in series, that's going to be a fairly high resistance, but nothing I can do about that. They are what they are. They are what I have, and I'm going to use them. Not saying how I got them, but I've got them. And I have enough to do 8 in series if I choose to. So I may have to take this cutout away, which is, that cutout is for the controller. So I may have to take that away and put it up on the top if I go 8 in series. But I'm now going to have to go and see if I can make this 8 in series. Anyway, I'll come back when I've got that done. Well, the good news is it looks like it's possible. We've got 8 here, 8, 8, 8, 8. Just in case you're wondering, by the way, this was a practice go at welding these particular batteries, because if you look, you can see that they're actually button top batteries, which are not ideal, not really what you want when you're welding tabs onto them, but I managed. May have blown through 1 or 2 of the, if you look very closely there, may or may not be an issue. Don't think so. The these tops, as you can see, have an air hole there, so basically that's just a wee dome of metal in that position, so making a slight, very slight hole in the top of one shouldn't do any harm. But like as you can see, we've got 8 batteries in parallel, not series like I said last time. 8 batteries in parallel, 14 in series, giving 2800, 28 ampere hour, 2800, 28,000 milliampere hour, which yeah, that should be good. At 52 volts, something like that, 52 point something volts. So 53, 14 times 4.2. My brain hurts. 14 times 4.2 equals 58.8 volts. So that'll probably blow the crap out of my controller, but sure, what the heck. It's all a bit of fun. And if I can get this all in underneath, in the triangle of the frame, and also have the controller in the frame at the same time, that is awesome, especially in a small bike. So that's going to be the next step, getting this all welded together. That's going to be an awful job. If you've ever tab welded batteries, you'll know how awkward a job that is. So that's going to take a few days, I would think. So we'll have to get stuck into that and see how it goes. But at least you can see that it will fit. And it will give an awesome battery pack when it's done. As long as these batteries don't melt in the meantime. Anyway, that seems to be, that'll do for now, and next time hopefully we'll have this all welded together, or be in the process of welding it together, and then we'll take it from there. Bye for now. Right, so I've done a bit more tweaking and shifting stuff around, and as you can see, if I just take it right round the peripheral, or just about inside all those edges. That one doesn't matter too much if it goes over that edge, because that's just the size of cardboard I happen to have. There is a gap there, and all of these most of them can be moved in. So very nice gap. I've got 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. As you can see, these are not the same ones that were here before. Yeah, I did think better of keeping those in the battery pack. I'll use these for something else, I'm not sure what. But that's all the batteries, and you can see the current flow basically starts off here. This would be the most pause. These all are the negs, pause, neg, pause, neg, pause, neg, pause, and so on right the way along. I know the batteries are all sitting facing the same way up at the moment, but when I'm building the pack up, turn them around. So now we're at the scary stage. We'll have to start welding them, and like you saw with the last attempt that I had at welding these, it can go wrong. So yeah, wish me luck. Anyway, we're ready to start, and that'll hopefully be done over the next few days. But I'm sure I'll be back at some stage in the middle of it all to show you how it's going. But for now, I'm quite happy that we can definitely get the 14 times 8 batteries into the frame that we're talking about. And should I make the decision not to go ahead with it, we can always take that away. That'll be 13 times 8. Anyway, we'll see. 14 times 8 is slightly over the 48 volts. It's a maximum of 58 volts instead of 54 thereabouts. So I'd be overvolting, if I do that, but I'll see. If I can find a BMS that's happy to do 14S, I think most controllers could handle it alright. Most 48 controllers can either be 13S or 14S. I don't think they're too worried about that. Yeah, that's where we are, and I'll be back in a bit. Hi guys, well as you can see I've been kind of busy. I've got a new battery pack put together. It's not actually, it hasn't been welded together between each of the cells. I wanted to make sure it would fit into the space first of all before doing all of that. But as you can see, it's in. Sorry, I had a bit of a cockeyed angle. It's in. It kind of fits. It's gonna probably need a little bit of adjustment, I would say. Probably have that end coming down a bit. Because it's only held together with hot glue at the minute, it means I've got the option of adjusting it a little bit if I have to. But once I get it adjusted, I then want to start and getting it all welded together. Let me just get this out. Ugh. She's a heavy beast. I haven't weighed it yet, but it's quite heavy. So let's see if we can put it somewhere where we can actually see what I've done. Basically what I've done is this is the first cell, an egg, on this side. This will be the pause for the next one. Neg, pause, neg, pause, neg, pause, neg, pause, neg, pause, neg. Now, unfortunately, it's not going to be the 14 cell in series that I was hoping for. 14S, this is going to be a 13S. But it is what it is. I don't think I'm going to be able to make 14 fit into the space. I might play with it and see what it can do. But it looks like this can definitely come down a bit. So anyway, that's where we're at. It's a bit of a beast, as you can see. Put together with these cells, which are really not the right cells for this job. Welding the pause end of each of the batteries is an absolute you know what, because these are button cells instead of flat top cells, which means that the buttons are quite small, and when you go to weld to them, well, yeah, sometimes sometimes you don't get it just exactly right, and you get situations like that one. Where is it? That one. Yeah, it's not brilliant, but I think it'll be all right. Hope it will. Just as a bit of a background where these cells came from and how I got them. I didn't quite say in the last video, but basically what happened was I ordered these cells with the intention of selling them on eBay. I had received instruction or had received information that they should be good and that they should be legit and everything should be okay. So I went ahead and ordered them. Waited for a month, waited for another month, and no sign of them coming. So after 60 days with no sign of any delivery from the supplier, I contacted Aliexpress, which is where I ordered them from, raised a dispute, and after another couple of weeks, Aliexpress actually backed me up on this dispute and said, yep, you can have your money back because the supplier has not delivered what was agreed within the agreed time frame. I think something like 60 days was the time frame that Aliexpress is supposed to have them delivered in. So that didn't happen. It didn't arrive in the 60 days. So after about 75 days or so, I got my money back. And of course, another 2 weeks later after that, they arrived. I even was considering paying for the batteries after they arrived because they had actually been shipped. But then I noticed that these batteries are kind of funny looking. They're supposed to be Panasonic NCR 18650B batteries, but the closer I looked at them, the less I actually thought they were legitimate. And now I'm convinced, 100% convinced that they're fakes. So I decided not to bother going ahead and paying these people that, okay, it wasn't their fault that they were late arriving, apart from the fact they used the cheapest, nastiest delivery service available. That was one thing, but the fact they sent out fakes, that's just not acceptable. I couldn't sell them because they're fakes, so here they are being thrown into a battery pack which may or may not work. And that's how I got them. So, like I say, they didn't end up costing me just any more than a few pounds. For the exchange rate being going back and forward twice, so obviously I lost out there. But they didn't cost me very much, a couple of quid, so I might as well do something with them. So this is what I'm doing. And if they work, they work, and if they don't work, well, nothing, no major loss. Anyway, that's the situation, that's how I got them, that's what I'm doing with them, and